When did you first realize your family had serious double standards? I was 8 when my grandma first slapped me for sitting with my legs apart on her velvet couch. Ladies don't sit like that, she hissed, her palm stinging my cheek. My male cousins were sprawled across the same furniture like starfish, but her eyes never left me. That was just the beginning. At family gatherings, Grandma ruled with an iron fist wrapped in floral house dresses. She slapped my cousin Sarah for laughing too loudly during dinner. She smacked my sister's hand for reaching across the table. She yanked my hair when I forgot to say yes, ma'am, quickly enough. But never the boys. Never once. My brother could interrupt adults mid-sentence. Nothing. My male cousins could wrestle in the living room, breaking her ceramic figurines. She'd just sigh and clean up. When 10-year-old Jake tracked mud through her pristine kitchen, she actually smiled and called him spirited. Meanwhile, I got slapped for humming. The double standard was suffocating. Girls had to sit straight, speak softly, and disappear when convenient. We served the men their plates, cleared their dishes, and listened to their stories without contributing our own. The boys lounged like kings while we scurried around like servants. It's different for girls, Grandma would explain when we protested. You have reputations to protect. But what about our voices? Our comfort? Our basic human dignity? The breaking point came when I was 12. My cousin Emma was visiting and we were playing tag in the backyard, finally free from Grandma's watchful eyes. We were shrieking with laughter, our dresses flying as we chased each other around the oak tree. Grandma appeared like a storm cloud. Slap. Emma's cheek bloomed red. Slap. My turn. Girls don't play like wild animals, she spat. What will the neighbors think? Through the window, we could see our male cousins having a literal wrestling match in the living room. No consequences, no shame, no slaps. That night, I asked her directly, Grandma, why don't you ever hit the boys? She didn't even hesitate. Boys are allowed to be messy. Girls have standards to uphold. The injustice burned in my chest like acid. For 3 more years, I endured her selective discipline. Slaps for existing too loudly in my own skin. Slaps for taking up space. Slaps for being human while female. Then I turned 15. I was helping in her kitchen when I accidentally dropped a wooden spoon. It clattered against the tile, barely a sound. But Grandma's hand flew up with practiced precision, aiming for my face like it had dozens of times before. This time I caught her wrist. Her eyes widened in shock as I held her arms suspended between us. My grip was firm, but not violent. Just final. Not anymore, I said quietly. We stared at each other for a long moment. Something shifted in that kitchen. A power dynamic that had ruled our family for generations suddenly crumbling. She never raised her hand to me again. More importantly, she stopped hitting my younger cousins too. Word spread through our family about the day I stood up to Grandma. Suddenly, other girls found their voices. Other girls started setting boundaries. Now I'm 25 with daughters of my own. When we visit Grandma, she watches me parent with curious eyes. My girls run and laugh and take up space. They speak their minds and sit however feels comfortable. Aren't you going to correct them? She asked recently. For what? Being children? She had no answer.